Hey everyone, so March is a big month for me because March 30th, this happens. I turn 45 years old and I am so excited to do that because getting older, I feel, is a privilege and a blessing, and I embrace and look forward to every single year. I'm so excited and honored to be partnering with Chico's today. When they reached out to me and asked if I wanted to be part of their new campaign, when I saw what it was, I did not hesitate because this just resonates with who I am, especially what I do here on YouTube. So their new campaign is not grow older, grow bolder. And to sum it up perfectly, you really need to go see the video that's on their website. It just really inspired me. You know, these days, women can do anything and be anything we want to be. You can be a full-time YouTuber, which is something that didn't even exist when I was growing up. You can be a full-time stay-at-home mom. You can be a CEO. You can be a mechanic. You can be in the military. You can do whatever you want to do as a woman. But something that still seems to be holding us back, something that there's still a stigma attached to, is how old we are. Especially in the beauty community where I am, you know, it's dominated by younger women. And there's nothing wrong with being younger, but you know what? There's nothing wrong with being older either. So Chico's is really embracing this grow bolder concept, and they've revamped their website. They're incorporating brighter colors into their fashion and their accessories. I really encourage you to go check out their website. I actually have my eye on an outfit. I'm gonna link, it's a top, it's a cute like blouse that ties, and then I'm really rediscovering a love for pants, not just jeans, but pants. And I have a big conference coming up next month, actually, and I'm thinking that I'm going to wear that for one of the days of the conference. Please let me know. I'll put the link to the top and the pants, and let me know in the comments what you think about that outfit, because I'm digging it. Very bold pants, very out of my comfort zone. So the point of this particular video is to talk about growing older, growing bolder, to have a conversation about what it's like to be 45. I'm not there yet, March 30th. But, you know, 45, 63, 79, whatever it is, I know you're out there on YouTube. I want to talk about getting older because it's still sort of a taboo subject. And I thought something that would be really fun to tie it into what I do here on YouTube is to talk about the beauty stuff. Like, what am I doing differently now that I'm in my mid-40s from what I was doing when I first started my beauty journey, or what's the same, so forth. And you know, this is just my personal observations, my personal decisions. So I would really love to hear from you. I get the best information and the really unique insight in the comment section from all of you. I have learned so much from what you share with me. So don't think this is like a one-way thing, to me just talking at the camera. I really want to hear back from all of you. I know I have people watching in their teens, in their 20s, in their 30s, in their 60s, and even into their 70s. If you're in your 80s and you're watching, please let me know. Just do a little wave if you want. But anyway, I brought with me some of my favorite beauty products, some of the things that I do now that I didn't do, just to talk about. So let's get started. There's one more thing I forgot to mention, and the point of when I'm putting on makeup or taking care of my skin or doing my hair a certain way, it's not so that I can look younger than I am. I just want to look the best me that I currently am right now. Something that I have fully embraced in the last couple of years, and I'm really getting even more serious about recently, is skincare and taking care of my skin. In my teens, in my 20s, I shudder to think at what I did and did not do to take care of my skin. Things like, up until my late 30s, I almost never, not never, but I didn't always wash my face before I went to sleep. I would go to sleep with my makeup on. Why? Why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. I did that. When I did wash my face, I would use really harsh cleansers. I would use, you know, I felt like in order to feel clean, it had to be squeaky clean. So I was basically stripping my skin of all of its natural oils and moisture barrier. That's not good. Something I definitely did not use up until even, I'd say consistently up until just a few years ago, was sunscreen. And I would say the best anti-aging product I can possibly recommend to anyone watching this is sunscreen. So there's all different kinds of sunscreen. Some work better for others. I have reactive, sensitive skin, so it's taken me a while to find one that doesn't make me break out or that works well with my makeup. And so they're both by the same company. They're both by the brand Supergoop. And the first one is a relative new find. It's their Unseen Sunscreen. It's an SPF 40. It works great on its own, but it's made to be worn with makeup, under your makeup. So it basically feels like your traditional primer that you would put on first. I've talked about this before. This is not new to you guys, but this is great for every day, or like I said, wearing it by itself. If I know I'm going to be out in the sun, not laying out like by the pool or the beach, but if I'm going to be out at a sporting event or something where I'm going to spend a lot of time outside, I will wear that, but I will always reach for, and I didn't bring it with me, my IT CC Plus cream that is SPF 50. That's my go-to from like spring to fall. I love that in place of foundation. But then something I've talked about before on my channel, and it was the best advice that my aunt ever gave me. She said, do not forget about your hands. We take such good care of our face and neck area, and then we forget about our hands, and our hands age too. And I've had this in my bag for a while. This is also by Supergoop. It's the Forever Young hand cream with sea buckthorn, also SPF 40. Your hands, even if you don't think about it, if you're outside, you're driving, and you know, hands on the steering wheel, sunlight's coming through the window on all sides, take care of your hands. So I would say if there's one thing that I have learned, perhaps the hard way, to do as I age to take care of myself is to wear sunscreen. Not just because it prevents wrinkles and age spots, which, you know, is the outward appearance, but skin cancer, health, you gotta embrace your health. Something that I do now that I never did in my 20s that I think does help with the way I look is what I eat. So I was the junk food queen. And that didn't change until really recently. There were days, even in my late 30s, where lunch was a bag of candy. If I felt full, did it matter if I had a salad or a box of hot tamales and some Tootsie Rolls? So if I could talk to my younger self, and if anyone younger is watching, I would say if you can start eating more fruits and vegetables, whole grain, healthy foods with the less amount of ingredients, the better, and start training yourself to like that food as a younger person, your older life will be much better and much easier. I'm getting into it now. I'm finding out that I now love fresh fruits and vegetables and cooked, all that stuff, and I'm adding more and more, you know, every year. But I was a very picky eater, so it's been a battle for me to learn how to add those things to my diet as I've gotten older. Wish I'd started that younger. Jumping back to skincare. So in addition to sunscreen, which is a relatively new regular addition to my routine, I would say that something that's different now in my 40s is actual good skincare. And that doesn't mean that it has to be really expensive skincare. I am doing a video later this month on my skincare routine, and you will see I incorporate drugstore and I incorporate more expensive products. Find what works for you, but take care of your skin. It's the largest organ in your body. So, you know, invest some time into learning what products work for you, what your skin type is, what your needs are, what your areas of concern are, and then take care of it. Because it doesn't matter how much makeup you pile on top, if the skin's not in good shape, it's just not gonna matter. Now, something else that I never did in my younger years that I am having a lot of fun with as I got older, red lipstick. I would never in a million years have considered wearing a bright red or a hot pink. I don't know why. I didn't have a problem wearing brown in the 90s, which was not a particularly flattering color on me, but I just feel like it's just fun. And I think that's sort of the thing about getting older, is it's a lot, every year is more fun. You care less about what other people think. You know what makes you happy, what makes you look good, and you just go with it. So I started wearing red lipstick, not every day, but whenever I feel like it, and yes, sometimes just in the middle of the day, not just reserved for date night or an evening event. And the thing is, it's just makeup. If I don't like it or it makes me uncomfortable, I can just wipe it off. Another beauty product that I use now that I really didn't use before is lip liner. Things do change as you get older. Not gonna lie, the skin changes, the texture changes, just things about your body change, which is all good. But one of the things I've noticed is that the edges of my lips are not as defined as they used to be, and I don't have the best lips to begin with. So I have finally learned to embrace lip liner. I fought it for a really long time. I thought it was a fussy extra step that just wasn't necessary, but it really does make a difference. Obviously, it's very helpful when you're wearing shiny red lip gloss so that it doesn't move all over your face. But even if I'm wearing like a soft pink, it just lends a finished, polished look, even if I'm really not doing anything else with my face. And sticking with the liner concept, let's talk eyeliner. This is a huge area of debate. I've talked about it before in a video, and it gets people very ornery. But I have learned that black eyeliner does not look so good on me. Let's just leave it at that. I found that as I've gotten older, a little bit softer look is a little more flattering. Now, if you love black eyeliner, you rock it. That's fine. But I love a dark brown, a deep navy, a gray, a charcoal gray, a deep purple, just not the harshness of a jet black line across my lower lash line or my lash line. If you're used to wearing black eyeliner all the time, try swapping it out for brown, like a deep, rich brown. Let me know what you think. Another thing that I would say, something I never did in my younger years, sticking with the liner, is defining my brows, whether that's an eyebrow pencil or actual brow mascara, which did not exist. Who remembers when brow mascara actually came out? Before that, you would either do hairspray like on a lash spoolie. There was clear mascara that you could use, but like actual brow mascara is a relatively new concept. I feel like, you know, defining the brows with a little pencil, defining your eyes with a little soft pencil, and defining your lips with either, you know, the natural color of your lips or to match your lipstick. Those are three things I never did in my 20s and early to mid 30s, but have really, I feel like, changed my makeup game as I've gotten older. I just want to kind of wrap this up and get the conversation going. I've done enough talking at you, but the thing that's resonated most with me as I've gotten into my 40s now, solidly in the middle of my 40s, is that I've just really learned how to be comfortable in my skin. Do I have flaws? Absolutely. This lip, I think it's this side. Maybe it's this side. One side of my lip goes up higher than the other. Always has, ever since I was a little kid. Maybe I was born this way. I never really noticed it till I got a little bit older, but that's just how it was made. That's how I work. And it used to be something I was very self-conscious about. I remember taking my senior photos and I wouldn't smile in high school because when I did, one side goes up, and so I just have this like Mona Lisa kind of smirk on my face in my senior pictures. But something that would make me really self-conscious now, I'm like, that's just a little quirk that makes me different from everyone else. I don't mind. It's fine. I think that's the beauty of being older and bolder, is that you do not care. You embrace who you are, and if someone doesn't like it, that's their problem, not yours. And that feeling makes me feel more beautiful than I did when I was 22 or 17 or 32. I just am enjoying every year, and I really do feel bolder. I could get a little dangerous by the time I hit 50, who knows? But I want this conversation to keep going. Tell me what makes you feel bolder as you grow older. What beauty products make you feel good? What techniques are you doing differently now in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, and on up? I want to know like what I have to look forward to. And just remember, growing older and bolder is not a bad thing. It is a privilege. Every year is a gift. So let's keep embracing that and be proud of our age and wear it boldly on our shirts. I can't wait to read your comments. Let's keep this conversation going. Let's embrace this growing bolder concept. I love it. I'm gonna need a new t-shirt next year. I can't wait to get a new one every year. We need to embrace our age and not hide it and not be embarrassed about it. There is no shame in this game. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you to Chico's for sponsoring, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.